Okay. So I'm a bit of a showman, so I like to get some demonstrations. All right. So let's go to our Google Doc. Okay. Do you have a timer on your phone?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Let's. I'm curious because I'm actually not sure how long it takes to try to download, name, and sort just one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fuck. Oh, it's not this one. Yeah, you weren't supposed to see that. That was top secret government shit.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah. You gotta keep quiet on that
Wait, is
shit.
that shit actually?
No.
Oh fuck,
No.
dude. I was gonna say because I'm recording the meeting right now, and I would just cut it and delete the file then.
Yeah. No, no. All right. Okay. Tell me when I can go.
All
Or
right,
no. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Give me the three, two, one.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. It's not gerrymandered. Okay. How long did that take?
That took 15 seconds.
Okay. There's about 170. So, I'm only good with symbols, so I'll leave that to the engineers to figure out, but that's a fuck ton of time. Because that's 1/4 of a minute and then 1/4 of 100, so that's 25.
Uh-huh.
So, dang, that's not so good. All right. Then what we're going to do, we're going to cancel out this bullshit, and we're going to go to this guy. Oop, that's the wrong one. Okay. So here's the magic trick, right? Okay, so that means in this folder, there's nothing here.
Uh-huh.
Folder, there's nothing here. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to click this. We're going to go. We're going to open up the folder. All files. Give it a minute.
Oh.
Give it one.
Oh.
Wait. No, keep your pants on. Just wait. It's filling out the other one too. Slowly.
Yo.
Oh, it made an error there. This one's going 1-3. Oh, that one's an error. I wonder what's up there.
Huh. Does
I'll have
it
it's downloading all the things.
lit?
But
1, 2, 3. So that side's doing fine.
it's gonna there's going here, let me close it out and we'll have to talk about it in a second. But I'll tell you a little bit more about the some of the problems once we actually get to it. But those problems I think can be easily ameliorated or made better with a couple of things that I want to do. So eventually it's gonna like stop doing this and it's
Uh-huh.
gonna tell you've reached your limit of the number of accesses you can have per 100 seconds to the Google spreadsheet. That
Okay.
it's going to terminate like that. So I need to add some sort of break, like every 50 or so downloads, so that it stops. I actually don't know the amount of downloads it can do. I'll have to look at that up, and I'll try to optimize it so it's whatever. But the way to get around it would just be to put some sort of break in the code, so that once it goes through a number of iterations, it would go, okay, I'm at this number of iterations. I'm either going to execute some code that's going to take like 40 minutes to do,
Mm-hmm.
or, something like that would like clear it out, or I'm going to use a break. I believe, I was looking it up yesterday, but I haven't actually implemented it yet. There is a module you can get called time,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a break function that they have in there, or like a pause function. You can specify the number of seconds, and the exact number of seconds that you can go between the maximum number of downloads is 100. So as soon as I get to 100, just set it to like 101 just to make sure it's exactly over, and then that way we can optimize every time. Maybe we'll run for the whole thing, but let's go take a look at what has happened with our folders here. Let's look at all the files. Okay, so we got some more going. This is actually better than last time, because last time I did this, I was getting I was expecting to have a couple of these pictures be errors.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not. Maybe this one. Oh no, never mind. But I'll tell you basically what happens. So okay. So like I said, it's a download name sort algorithm. But I was dumb at this time, so I'm gonna rename it to DNAS. Yeah. So download name algorithm sorting, right? But what you do, and we already pointed out that there was a slight error because it's not calculating. Like, let's look back at this again. So we had 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and it counted right.
Mm-hmm.
But it skipped some of the numbers in between. Is not what we want. We were expecting it to not be like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, image right here, this is the wrong image. The way I'm scraping, for some reason for the Alaska one, it just fucks it up. So I don't know. That one might like be the only one that it fucks it up really bad. So I might just I'll just manually download that.
I wonder if it does that because.
Oh, I already did manually download it. Fuck, I should have saved it.
Because it's not like a district, you know. Maybe because I bet the URL is different because Alaska is like one of those. I wonder if it'll do the same thing when it gets to Delaware.
Yeah, we'll have to explore that. But this is actually working better than it did last time. Oh, see, this is the error. So this is the shit that. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, okay. So maybe it actually is working better this time. Cool. Okay, that's good.
Did you change something from last time, or is it just like a lucky?
I'm not sure. It should access the scraping the same every time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually not certain why it might be good or bad. That's curious. But so if you see, I did change one thing I think last time, but by the time I was pretty pissed off because it wasn't working this well. I was actually. I thought we were going to do this, and then it was all going to be busted images. It was going to be like 10 or so good images, and then the rest of these would be busted. But as you can see, we actually do have all images, which is better than what I was getting last time. So whatever I did must have actually helped.
What is those images? What is if you click on that 23?
Yeah.
Is it an actual image or is it like a?
Good. Let's see. Maybe it's a PDF. I don't want to open that here because then it'll fuck things up.
Right.
Let's see. No, that's not the right one. Excuse my momentary ineptitude.
How many terabytes of hard drive do you have on your computer?
I have two. So I have one TB and then an SSD, and then I always kind of use my USB as well. So
okay, I have the same. I'm thinking about getting like a fucking 5 terabyte one.
Where the fuck is this shit? Oh, okay, here we go. Gerrymandering Spider Pie. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Young Trill wanna get money.
Oh yeah, that's my name. Yeah, I forget about that. Shit, it's been a long time. Remember, I was 16. I was 16 when I made this. I mean, granted, I'd probably do the same thing now. So,
but
yeah. I'm not sure which exact state this is, but it is a PNG, so it is an image.
Huh.
It's just scraping the wrong image in this case, but for most of them, it's working. So I need to probably put I don't know if you've read through a full book on Python or if you've just been you just picked up some tutorials or whatever. Mm-hmm. But in a lot of books on Python, there'll be the last it'll be 8 or so chapters, and the first 5 are actually useful, and then some of them are useful in niche situations type stuff that come after that. Mm-hmm. Well, the book that I was reading before I began my internship, there was a thing on exceptions. So maybe if I scanned it and it wasn't the same size as all the other ones, then I could have it raise an exception and then not it and then look for a different thing. But I'm just happy that this is working as well as it is right now. I was expecting to be a horrible failure. So
Right.
this is quite promising compared to what.
Yeah, no, I mean, even if it stops right here, like this saves us, like
Yeah,
it
because
just.
what we can do is if it stops. See, right now it's stopping for a different reason,
Mhm.
not what I was expecting. So there's still more to do on that side. I was expecting it to stop spontaneously once Google said no. Like I think if we, oh wait, no, we can't scroll because there's not history from the last runtime. But yeah, so I think it's important to maybe like explain like what's going on here. So, oh, that's why these need to be. No, I'll save that for later. But essentially, so what it does is it uses. Let's see. Here's an example. Okay. So you can use this thing called request download URL to basically like have a URL, go to that URL, and then download it and save it as something,
Mhm.
right? Um, I think when I did my rotation, I had a bit in how it would save, where it would save and change the name to represent like what rotation it was.
Mhm.
Well, you can do the same thing here, except now I use that to sort and name. So I'll check. I went to the spreadsheet and then I just kind of like looked if it was red or green. And I just, since that's really easy for us humans to do, like look at red and green and go, okay, this is pass, this is not pass. Then I assigned numbers to it. And basically, if the column that I created, which has numbers in it, is greater than 0, I consider that gerrymandering because we ruled that just one was going to be fine so that we didn't have to double check.
Mhm.
Uh, so anything that has a 1 or so in that column, 1 or above in that column, it will read that column, go, okay, this is gerrymandered because in this cell it has something greater than 0, and it will go over to the cell where we have the link for that row,
Mhm.
and we'll go to that link and then it will download. At first, that's what I was doing, and that was, I guess, a naive way to do it because it was downloading things that weren't actually images. It was sometimes downloading just like the HTML. So then, after I was really pissed because like I ran it and it worked for like 3 images, and then it didn't work for any of the rest of them. I was like, yeah, and I like looked at the 3 images and I thought it was done.
Mhm.
But then I waited, like we were gonna wait here, and I looked and I opened the images and they were all just like they were just dead images. I couldn't view them as JPGs because I was saving text as JPG.
Oh, yeah.
So I like fixed that issue, and right now what I have is this thing called Beautiful Soup. It is basically a way to parse like what is written in the HTML. So I found just like when I was just exploring the HTML, just like with my eyes, I noticed that there was always this thing called OG image, and that always had the Wikimedia link where they store the images in Wikipedia. I don't know exactly how that works. It's like I guess they anything that's posted onto an actual Wikipedia page, they also save it into Wikimedia, which makes sense because I guess it's like some sort of web server or something for them. So then I go right to that Wikimedia thing, and that would guarantee that I always had the the image, actual image URL, so I wouldn't be downloading the wrong thing. But obviously, as we kind of showed with the with when we went to this bit here, it is still fallible. So it must like with the oh my bad. Like with Alaska, we saw that download the wrong thing. And that might be because if we look at what we get when we go to Alaska, the website, let's
Mhm.
see here. Um, see how it like looks like this. Look at this outline. It's like kind of different. But then
Yeah,
if we
it's
go to drive and then let's see. What's a good one? Oh, I think Iowa had good ones for this. Maybe we'll go California. I'm a big fan of number 27.
one of my favorites.
It's a good one. It's 3 times 3 or some shit. It's a good number. Oh wait, this is not 27. This is 26. Fuck. Okay, I guess we'll go with 26. I guess there is no difference. So I'm curious to what actually is the issue here. Because if I go to Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, so this one's maybe it's
Oh,
gonna.
right there. Okay.
This is the wrong page. I think that might be what it
Yeah,
is.
because it's downloading the very top right photo.
Yeah, that might be. Let's look at the HTML real quick. Can you? No, that's not what I want. Oh yeah. Okay, sweet. Could I highlight this somewhere? Oh, this isn't a good thing. We'll look at the page source. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go OG image. Okay, so this is the thing that I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see where this takes us. I bet you it takes us to. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just need to go to the actual correct thing. So I'll just update that and it'll fix it. And what was the one that was it 23? So 23 should correspond to California 23. But did we get California? Oh no. 23 in that won't correspond to the row though. It will correspond to the 23rd in that folder.
Right. So
So that I don't actually know which one. Oh, well, I guess I could count. Yeah. I'm too lazy to do that. So it's somewhere over here. somewhere, somewhere over here. But yeah, so what I basically do is see what I'm doing here where I look for this and then I go
Mhm.
and I click on this. Basically my algorithm does that. It does that with this thing called soup. I don't know all the ins and outs of how they're doing that, but I know that basically there's a function called find,
Mhm.
and with the find function you can look for different properties of the HTML like titles. But I wanted to look for this property called OG image because I found that just by chance that almost all of the images that I wanted were happened to be under that label, and I kind
Mhm.
of figured that the way that Wikipedia would be generated would be like when I make a Wikipedia page. Not saying that I actually have, but when I make it, I don't like type up the HTML and then publish that. I just like edit using the thing that they give me to edit with.
Mhm.
So I just kind of assumed that whatever procedure that they use to actually generate the website HTML in the background would always have this. And I think that is a good assumption,
I mean,
but
it looks like it's worked so far to download.
yeah. But my kind of idea is if it doesn't work in entirety to do the whole thing, then I could just run it on as many as possible that do work.
Mhm.
And well, then we'd be missing some of them, but I guess as long as the numbers are even in there and we have like 50-50, it doesn't really matter.
Right. I mean, we just need a decent sized data set. Even if we
Yeah.
leave some out, we'll still have a decent sized.
So yeah, I guess we're a little bit farther on than I thought because based on that's not since this is actually working, that's good. Whatever these are, I'd have to go look for them and figure out if I'm actually at the correct link because I think we've seen with the Alaska and these, I suspect that we're not at the actual district web
Mhm.
page. So it must be downloading. We must be on like some sort of page for this one, like gerrymandering in general. Click like a secondary link on there.
Mhm.
Um, but it's pretty cool that this actually.
100% win rate, big boy.
And if we kind of look at the
100%.
gerrymander folder, right?
Shit code?
So
I'm on a meeting with Tyler right now.
if we look at the,
How's he showing you what he's doing?
if we look at the
Holy
actual word. So these ones are actually all gerrymandered, or at least these are the ones that I remember seeing that were gerrymandered. This one, we'll probably have to do a little bit of configuring on that because I started to get more data. I wanted to use some of the older ones, but they also have a little bit different format.
Mhm.
But because them are this format, then I figured I could just like edit these by hand or something, and then get them into this kind of style, or like enough so that your thing could turn it into something that we could actually use.
Yeah, I could always do an exception in my code that changes the color filter. Because it should be identical. If I just ran a color filter on this image for the yellow, I should be able to isolate just the yellow and then
I also think this one's wrong because normally, so this is Alabama. Yeah, this is Alabama. Um, it's the other ones look like this, but then, oh wait, this one's from 2013. Yeah, these are all from 2013 as well. Yeah, because it's 2013 was the last time they districted this shit. So this one is an error, I think, as well. I'll have to go through, but I think we timed it at 15 seconds, and that doesn't include like you'll name it, and then you'll probably be like, okay, was that gerrymandered again? And then you look at it like just to make sure if it's like maybe on the border. Can't automatically tell with your eyes, and then you'll have to like look and see what the number is that you're doing. So I think the farther you would get in doing that manually, the worse it would be, and the more accurate inaccuracies you'd find.
Yeah, for sure.
We've certainly like saved a bit of time just doing this, and just like visually looking at some of these, they do look like they are deer. Maybe this one not so much. I'd have to go back and look at that one just to make sure.
This one I had a tough time on because it's got like the island in the center that looks like it's super gerrymandered, but the rest of it is like,
it's hard with those cities because the cities are so densely populated that they leave them often as their own. So it will create these weird little islands, and that's something I guess we didn't think about when we initially did this. But I think we should commit to what we decided, I guess.
Yeah, I ended up saying, I guess, that was gerrymandered for islands, and I might have said critical narrowing at some points, like compared to the size of the whole thing, how it gets like super narrow. I don't know. See, the ones like that were a bit hard, but
I got a train, so I'll be a little muted for a while.
Sounds good. It always pulls up that same image of the dragon, the gerrymander dragon, which is kind of a badass image now that I look at it. I wonder if that's like from a...
That's tattoo worthy right there.
That is.
What the fuck is that? You lift up your armpit. It's the Jerry.
It's the gerrymander. You've heard of salamanders, right? Well, wait until your voice means nothing with the gerrymander.
And I don't know if this one maybe is. I'll have to relook at this one. But definitely, Texas is. You know what states are really bad for this? Like Texas, Maryland, and was it Virginia? Virginia, maybe. I don't know. This one's really ugly though because it has.
It has the bodies of water. That might be one that. Do you think we can test that one? Like.
Yeah, that's a good point. I
feel like bodies of water just make it hard because.
But the one I do like about this though is this part right here. Maybe not.
I mean, I guess if we're saying it's gerrymandered, like, I think that no matter where in the country, if you put this, if we think it's gerrymandered on the coast, if we put this anywhere else, it would also be gerrymandered, you know?
Yeah.
So I think as long as, like, I think that non-gerrymandered ones by the coast should be left off.
Oh, yeah. I see where you're...
But this one, if it already is gerrymandered by the coast, I don't think it's that necessary.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think the reason why maybe if I did this one, I don't know which ones I did. I think the reason why I leaned towards towards gerrymander was this little bit here.
Yeah, it has island and critical narrowing there.
Yeah, I figured that'd be a good feature for the thing, and also, I guess this is like a possible thing that if we saw this just like not on a coast, we would say it was definitely gerrymandered.
100%.
So it's like not gonna. That actually would kind of help build the association that we're looking for.
Right.
But like that's one thing to certainly explore. Like when my plan is if this stuff doesn't like work as well as I want, then I'm just gonna I'm not gonna try to like feature this until it's so robust that it solves the problem every time or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna so that it's like engineered, and then just use it like a tool, and then whatever it doesn't work on, then I'll just do that by hand.
Right.
Because that's like 15 seconds versus like me doing like this is like how many of these? Yeah, it's like 39. So, and that was like in a minute or so. Probably not like a minute, probably like 3 or 4. But I didn't have to think or do anything. I just let it sit there and do it. So,
Right.
but yeah. So, in terms of, since this is a new error, it might be a little bit longer on this. My plan is maybe get it done like 2 days from now.
Sounds good.
Something like that. Let's see. Oh, you have any questions about this specifically? Like, I could just like I could zero in on like specific things because there's like a lot going on.
Uh-huh.
But like, if there's like a specific thing you want to know, just like let me
take a gander. So you literally have it search in the actual URL equals HTML dot find. You literally look for the property to equal OG image.
Yeah.
And that's like, then it just, does it grab that entire line, or does it just grab what's after that, or?
Yeah, it grabs what's after it. So, let's see. I think I still have that pulled up somewhere. Yeah. So what it will do is go to the property here, and it will take its content. And this is the content that it will take.
Okay.
I don't know if it specifically takes this, like, everything after this. I don't think it does, but in my code, I made it such that it would always convert it to like a string, like I wanted. So.
Sick. Does each web page only have one property, or can it have more than one? Like if you go back to that HTML.
Oop, 1 second. Let's see.
Are there other properties? Because it looks like that's the only one that I saw right there that has property equals.
Yeah, they only have one.
Huh.
That's why I searched up when I was using the key tag that I wanted. I just kind of pulled up the web pages that I was looking at. I looked at Alabama for my example because those were some good images, and I found that they had the OG image stuff. But I think some of them might not have this property tag. They'll just have meta, and then they'll just like do OG image. But I don't remember if I remember that correctly. But
does your code, like if it doesn't have the word property, will it still search for OG image, or is it just that like a?
Well, what it does is let me go back. So it looks into the meta tags, and then it looks for the property OG image. So it will look for meta and then OG image specifically.
Okay.
So I think that the property, yeah. So like there's different meta tags. Where is it? Yeah. So it will look for property and then image, OG image specifically, like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I put, that's actually interesting. So if I put like name, then I could get like when it was, like which version of the web server or some shit, or whatever the generator is.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting. This beautiful soup thing, it's like really useful. They used it. Beautiful soup, New York. Fuck is it? Oh, damn it. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, it's Medium. I'm sorry.
Medium?
Yeah. Yeah, this little guy.
Oh.
I apologize.
So what is this like? What is this webpage showing?
It's not the correct one.
Oh, okay.
There's a New York Times article on it that I like when I was like bored one day, like trying to slam my head against looking for like some modules to help solve a problem in my internship. I stumbled upon this just randomly, and there's like a really awesome like, oh shit, I guess I can't find it anymore, but it was super awesome. They use it to make like an art gallery where they scan the headlines that were in the New York Times website each day, and then it was a gallery where like it would update the pictures. So like the pictures would just like spit out the day's most common things as people walked by, and then it would like weight them, and it was like super cool. I wish I could find it because it was super fun. Yeah, that was super cool. I wish I should have saved it. So, you know, sometimes you just like come across things like when you're. I don't know how like how you do stuff, but like me, when I kind of do something a little creative, I just kind of like wander around. I don't know how to explain it other than like it's kind of like, hey, this kind of looks cool, and they're like, oh shit, I'm supposed to do this. And,
I did the same thing when I was looking for my when I was doing my color filter kind of thing. I saw that he like deep fried the image like I showed you in our last meeting, and then I just I just started deep frying so many, like every image on my computer. I was like, I wonder what this looks like. Wow. And then you can deep fry it with like a preferred direction. So I was deep frying things in the Y direction, deep frying things in the X direction. Then I found out you could combine them and deep fry into like the images just all turn into essentially the same like TV static. But I was having an absolute blast, just like. And then I found out you could deep fry videos, so I deep fried some of my old GoPro videos.
Oh, you can? Have any of those still?
I'd never saved any. I'll deep fry a video and plug it in. I'll pull it up next meeting. Yeah, just 'cause it's like I don't. The deep fried videos actually look decent.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'll have to go back to the tutorial because I've been like so focused on photos since I've stopped deep frying things and actually got back on track. Yeah, I'll have to go back and like find out what changes I need to make to pull up a video. But I'll have that for next time. I'll make a note of that. Deep fry video for introduction.
Yeah, where the fuck did this go from? 49, 40.
Lit. Do you want me to walk through what I've done then since last time?
Sure.
So I will share my screen via the Discord.
Okay, let me hop out of this.
All right, let me know if you can see it. Oh, I suppose. My bad. I should have shared it through.
No, it's fine. It works like this. See, I can't like host and then talk at the same time, but I can watch and talk at the same time.
Okay, that's so weird.
I know, it's super annoying. Super annoying. I wish Discord would get on that, but Discord's not really supposed to be like I don't know. I guess they are kind of supposed to be. So I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, so what's going on here?
You can see it all good?
Is this related to the filtering thing, like the successful filter?
Yes, this is my successful filter right here.
Oh yeah, because we didn't actually. I'm trying to trace like when like where we were at when I was like I gotta take a brief hiatus.
Yeah, last time I showed you that I thought I essentially showed you the tools that I had at my like to use, but I had like rough outcomes of what I was able to do with them. And what I've been doing is diving in and changing all my parameters, and like I didn't use any new tools that I didn't show you last time, but I essentially got all my tools to work.
Hell yes.
So, what
Could
this
you-
wait, what?
Could you try this on one of those tougher like Alaska images and just see what it does?
Yeah,
Or
dude. I'll download the Alaska one real quick.
Yeah. I just want to kind of see what would happen then, because then if I could do minimal editing, that'd be awesome.
I'll have to save it. I made the mistake, unlike what you did when I opened my things. I just tested them on Iowa districts at first, so I saved them as Iowa district and then whatever number they are.
Yeah.
So now when I realized like, oh shoot, I should test these on non-Iowa districts, I've literally just been saving them as like I have
Iowa 24.
Yeah, I have like Iowa District 5, Iowa District 6, like. which is just a
Oh, wait.
confusing.
Let's see. We'll have to probably talk about how we save it, but
Yeah, I figured that would be because that would be an easy thing to change, just like
yeah.
the way that I read this in. It because all that had to change is this right here, my image read. To just take out, take to just change this part right here to whatever I want it to be.
Could you put a brief note like that? Because
Yeah.
like a brief note above that. Because eventually we're probably gonna have to download all of the packages together, and then we're both gonna probably be doing our we'll make our data set using all of these things. Oh wait, no, yeah. So one of us could make the data set and then just save it somewhere else, and then we could save it as like JSON or like something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but eventually one of us will have to like get everything together so that they can read it and make sure that everything is like kind of getting what they need. And then at the same time, someone could be working on like the proposed neural network architecture and actually like building the script. But
Yeah.
But so basically, this does work for. Have you tried it on the other states or just Iowa?
I tested it on a couple other states and it's worked 100%. I'll show you real quick. So right now, let me make sure I'm sharing my screen and not this specific. I'm gonna stop streaming for a sec and share my actual screen instead of that way I can drag stuff over on it. It should be back. Okay. So what this does is it reads the image from wherever I want right here. And this right here, this %s, just cycles through whatever my eye is. It was a weird interaction that I had to like Google to find out how to edit strings on the fly, and by putting the %s, it lets me. And then it reads it in as a color image. That's what this thing does. And it immediately goes straight into drawing a rectangle. That's what this that line of code right there does. It draws a rectangle on the image so that I'll denote these so that you can see, so that when I read the image in, I literally just cut off this half.
Oh, awesome.
Because I was having so much trouble finding a way to I was trying to write code that would identify this shape and then look for a smaller version and delete it. And it was all just becoming way too complex for what it was supposed to be. When I realized that I just printed the image of each one of the size of the image of each one. And I noticed they're all within 20 pixels of each other in this direction. In this direction, they're all the exact same, and they're all the exact same number of colors. So I was thinking, well, if they're all the same, essentially the same size image with the same layout, I wonder if I can just cover up a section of it and have it work with all of them, so it's covering up the same section.
Actually worked.
And I was surprisingly enough, we start with this, and it comes out as this, just totally. Oh, I shook it. My bad. And it comes out as this, which is exactly what we wanted. Next one, I'm actually give me a sec. I'm gonna make it so it doesn't look quite as hideous, because we do not need the mask. So yeah, what this is doing is it's drawing a rectangle over this half of the image before it even starts doing anything to it. That way, when I filter out the colors, the only green that it filters is what we want.
Oh, awesome.
Which gives us this, and then this is another Iowa district, does the exact same thing. Another Iowa district, another Iowa district, and then I tested it on, this is Arizona 1, I think. I have it pulled up on my second screen. Arizona 2nd district, and it works on that one. And then this is California's 2nd district. It works fine on that because they're all just the exact same shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then this next one I have no idea what's going to pull up because this is just the Alaska one that you asked me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how close it is to what we want.
Watch it be perfect.
Okay, it didn't pull it up. Let me make sure that 7, 6, District 7. Okay, I need to change this to 8. That's my issue right there. I wanted to cycle through one more time. So, brief epileptic warning. Actually, I'll just click through them slowly. So this is California. So this next one. Oh, it does an error. Okay, let's see. What error do we got here?
It's probably the wrong size.
It failed in line 29. So for some reason, it's having a hard time converting the color of the image. And I see the way I have it saved here, all my other ones downloaded as TIFF files, and this one downloaded as a PNG file.
Oh.
So let me see if that is... Let me see if I change it as a... No, it doesn't even give me the option to change it as or download as a TNG or TIFF file. So that's why it's not.
So what I'll probably do is I'll take that one on my end, and then when I'm making like the folders, I'll just like convert that to a TIFF, and then we'll see if it works.
I think it might work if I guess never mind. I need this. I was gonna say because right here I say that I want to open the file Iowa District whatever number I want .tiff. So if I change this to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let me try that real quick.
Or like .png or something.
Yeah, like because if it doesn't have so what I'm doing right now is I'm just renaming my files. I'll drag it over here so that I'm just renaming mine like you have yours.
Oh, okay, I see.
Just to see if when I come back in here, if I can change this to just %s. Now, this might break everything, and I might have to open it up again without saving it. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, so that looks like it did not work. Let's see if I put .tiff.
Oh, try switching .tiff to .png.
Good call.
See if it works. If it doesn't work for that, you can put Alaska as being 1.
7. I'll just change that up here.
Oh, good. That's sweet.
Yeah. So it gives us... I think it's just a different color green is the issue.
Oh.
But I can write... I guess we can either decide if we want to just not use Alaska or if we want to... I guess we might run into the same issue we were talking about earlier. Here we have all these islands.
Yeah, actually that's a good point. Maybe we should just like ditch Alaska because we will, if the data thing works correctly, we have like several other states,
Right.
And this is not a really good one to have be not gerrymandered because
you have literal islands, and over here you have you can see it in this image right here. It's like. It's goofy.
Yeah, so actually, don't even worry about that.
Make sure this is still working for what I want. Yeah, okay.
It's awesome that you can just use space. I think that's really cool.
What's up?
I think it's really awesome that you can just use the space to cancel it instead of having to like go
Oh yeah,
block.
this um, the CV stands for computer vision.
Yeah.
In it, it has this thing just called wait key 0, which means just wait for any button to be pressed, any key, and then as soon as that happens, it goes to the next line. So then it just destroys our window. So I literally don't even like press necessarily space. I just press like anything on
Yeah.
my keyboard,
Cool.
and it just does it. So very convenient. I like that way of sorting through stuff. But
Yeah, that's pretty smart of them because obviously all these people are like posting their thing and then going, oh, what's it look like? So
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
that's really smart of them. Those people are smart.
And then down here, these were some of the other test functions I went through that I played with, and I figured I'd keep them in here in case, I don't know, when you open my code, if you wanted to mess around with them a bit, you could.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and
Hell
then
yeah.
that can get out of here. That was just for the YouTube video. Um, yeah, so I guess I do just a 1 minute walk through the code. Um, it it cycles through all of the images. Right now, I just have it for a set number of image because I know how many images there are. It just cycles through this where it reads in an image in color, then it draws the black rectangle on it over the area of the second map. Um,
So, so is that like a crop kind of? So you draw the rectangle and everything not in that rectangle is taken? Or...
yeah, so what this does, it's kind of like a pseudo crop where like all this function does is just draw a rectangle on it. And then by making the rectangle black, or I'm not even sure if I have it black. I think I actually have it red here. When I come down here to my color filter, then it's no longer picked up by the color filter because now it's red instead of green.
Oh, so it's not even an automatic function.
No,
Okay.
it literally just draws a rectangle of. I'm trying to see what color I have set here, but I'm not good with. Oh, I think it's black because this is empty. Um, so it just draws a black rectangle over it, and then it that way that the color filter here doesn't pick it up.
Oh, wait. So it's a filled rectangle.
Yeah. It draws a filled
Okay.
rectangle.
I thought it was basically like you were drawing a rectangle and then within that rectangle you were taking it. Now I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I guess what I have here is let me make it so it's less. This -1 means I fill in the rectangle. If I make this is like the thickness of the line of the rectangle. If I make this 20 and I run through it again, you'll see it just draws a thick rectangle around this area. And then when it filters out here, then we still have the second one. But when I make this, it does that for each one essentially. But when I come through here and I make this -1, that means that tells it to fill in the rectangle. So now here the rectangle is filled in. It draws a rectangle over this half the screen, fills it in, and then when I do the color filter looking for green, it misses it.
That's awesome. That's
I figured it was a lot easier than trying to do some kind of like detection thing. Just because I mean, this isn't even what we're trying to do. We haven't even got to what we're trying to do with our project.
Oh yeah.
So if I was going to get fancy, I was going to try and get fancy with something later instead of just making the data.
Oh yeah. Be like, oh shit, this is the cleanest book.
By the end of the year, maybe I'll have data that looks good, but this is just such a simple way. And so far, I'm going to keep running some tests through. Actually, if you want to put up your code onto GitHub at some point, I'll download it. That way I can just download all the images, run them through my thing, and see if there's any that look bad. Because I know somewhere in here, that's not what I want at all.
A fucking 2 gang, damn.
Not to flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them in here, I don't remember which one. I wish I could. Don't have the green outline. They have like a yellow outline. Let me see. It was one of the ones I did. Not Florida. Maybe Delaware at large. Okay, see, Delaware at large gives us a weird one too.
Oh, I think maybe
It's just because it's just the at large district. So I think we should just cut at large districts.
I think that's a great one too. We should definitely.
No, it's not that one. I might not be able to pull it up right now, but one of them doesn't have like this green color. They have like a different formatted, like same formatting, but like yellow color.
Go to the very bottom.
Yeah.
Go to the very bottom and look for like ones that have. Look at the dates here. I think there's one that is not. Okay, if we roll up a little bit.
1993.
Yeah, try that one. That might be an example.
It's the same kind of old map.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's a different shade of green than that, so it wouldn't get picked up.
The cool thing though is like, it doesn't matter like what numbers we have on those things. It just matters that we have numbers tagged on everything and that it's correctly sorted.
Mm-hmm.
So if something is like I guess the engineering, like I was kind of saying like earlier, if it doesn't work for all of them, then we'll just manually do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we could just like manually do it for those like couple, because if it's like only 3 or 4, that's like not even that big of a deal compared to because that'd be like what, like 4 minutes our time probably.
Holy cow, dude! Look at this district.
Yeah, this one's
Wow.
fucking wow. I know Maryland is fucking. I would never trust anything that got elected from Maryland, because what is this? How does it even make sense? Like literally,
There's
an actual island. There's an actual island. Usually they're not quite islands. They're like connected very narrowly. But this one actually has a.
Oh, okay, Google. I guess I won't zoom.
Click on it and yeah, there you go.
It's wow. Okay, never mind. It won't let me zoom. Oh, dude, these must be the ones.
This is where it is.
This is it right here. Show me the. Dude, imagine being such a textbook case of gerrymandering that if you pull up, like your state, it comes to the gerrymandering.
Yeah.
I wonder if this. Okay, so this was Maryland 3rd District. I wonder if we just ended up with the.
Oh, can you click on the Oh, yeah.
If I go straight to this, because I think that if we get this link in there instead of the other one, let me try. Like if I copy this down here,
well, you can honestly just replace it. That's a TIFF file, so that's really good.
Yeah. So I think that it might just be a case of like we linked to the wrong website on accident, or like the wrong Wikipedia page. That might solve a couple of these, actually. Maryland 3rd District right here.
Boom.
So like, I wonder if this one takes me. Oh, I bet I know it. Did you go to this Wikipedia page when you were?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I bet that's where. I bet.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So because let's click on the website HTML real quick, like control there you go. Page source, there you go. OG image, and that is so that one only has one OG image. So yeah, we'll just have to get the correct thing, like you were saying. That's a good...
like just search up, like instead of going to this page, just search up Illinois District 4, California District 11, North Carolina 12, Pennsylvania 17. And I bet that'll wipe away most of the issues that you had on yours, because you only had like 6 or 7 of those dragon pictures.
But if you look at the index on these are like at 140.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those were from different ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be.
Because it stopped early on in the process. I think we had like 29 and like 30 something or whatever, so it must have stopped earlier.
So if we go to color 6A's.
Yeah, what was the exact number? Let me check that out.
I want to say like 23.
Oh, yeah, 23. What is it? Which ones are they?
California District 11. So if I open that up, where does that take us?
Okay, so yeah, something's wrong.
So something's wrong there, yeah. Or maybe it might have been. Okay, I think it might be. If I go to
Oh, that was not gerrymandered.
gerrymandered.
Yeah, you're right. So did it get that far? Huh. Wait, let me check how many of them I have. There's no way it got that far though, because I don't think we had. How many not gerrymandered do I? Oh yeah, I only have 23 of these. Let's see. How many gerrymandered are there? Are there like 4?
There are. Let me.
Or non, or not. I mean gerrymandered.
Gerrymandered.
Yep.
Frick.
This shit is really dope.
I don't know what I did to lose my.
So it appears it on my end it skipped some of the not gerrymandered ones that it shouldn't have skipped.
So 1.
So yeah, it appears it skipped though.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It says we only have 21. Oh, never mind. Okay. I know what might be the issue. I'm only sorting by, excuse me, the ones that I filtered. Let me see what you filtered.
Oh, wait. Go to the regular thing. I have it counted somewhere. Go to the bottom. So I feel like you get out of the.
Yeah.
I have a tab. So, yeah, there you go. So if you roll over, where, I think I have a sum somewhere. So -4, and I was looking for how many. If you click on the formula, there might be a. It will tell you how many I was looking for, and then you can use that to.
40 minus. Oh wait. Okay. So these formulas.
So yeah, you can just add those two together. What is it? 29 and 27?
21 and 27. So that's what 48.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it underdoes it then. So I'm not sure exactly what it's doing here because I have 39. The ungerrymandered, or yeah, the gerrymandered ones, but I only have 23, less than 23 of the regular ones, and I'm pretty sure there's a big stack of green way before. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It should be, if it's going in order like I think it is, it should be Alaska first and then go through a whole bunch of green and then yeah, is this what's the very top? Yeah. So it should literally go through a whole bunch of green first, so I'll have to look through that, but it doesn't, whatever it doesn't work on, I'll just do by hand.
Yeah.
So we can just, ideally, if we get that done by this week, then we can actually do the machine learning
and then we can start tuning just the actual machine.
The part that will be interesting will be, like, I guess the actual part that we'd have to really do would be the k-fold thing because we have such a small data set. Because we're gonna have like 400 after we do the multiplication with the rotation stuff. So we're gonna have like upwards of 400, and probably need to do k-fold. So like that will be like what we'll actually have to do when we get to that point. That's like the actual fancy stuff we have to do. This stuff can just be engineered because we just want eventually we just want to turn this into a NumPy array and then save that and forget about all of the images.
Right.
Just like save it as something.
Just something to look at. So I guess for next week, or like in a couple days, I guess actually, if we wanted to, if you work on that and get that looking good, what should I do?
Do you want to think about how we might save it as a data set? Like once it goes through the rotation process, and we've saved it in 2 different folders. How do you read from that folder and then turn it into an array? I don't know.
Just essentially how to save our data set.
But it also needs to be saved such that like it needs to be saved in 2 ways. So you need to have the data set just like full of all of the images turned into NumPy arrays. But you also need to have tabs so that you know like which NumPy array is gerrymandered.
Right.
You'll have to, like, since we're doing a binary classification, it'd be like look up like what, um, like how they do that. I think it'd just be like a matter of save it as like a number or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't you just like save it like 1 or 0? I don't know.
I
I haven't done like a full out classification because what I've been doing for my research is like regression.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll look into it. I'll have to do some research on that to see what the most efficient way to save it is. Because I remember when I was saving, when I wrote my matrix generator function that we ended up not going with earlier, I found that if I tried to generate and save something that was more than 100 by 100 by like 1,000, my computer just like, I don't know if I just ran out of RAM to like work with before I saved it.
were you doing it on PC or your laptop?
I was doing it on my I was doing it on my PC, and that's what made me think that, because on my laptop I was only able to get like 100 by 100 by like tens, and on my PC I was able to get like 100 by 100 by like 200, I think. Before I just stopped. So I think that what I need to do is find a way to like not save all the data, or not have all the data working at one time. Like ideally save like an image with its like label, and then resave on top of that, like with an edited, like append to it essentially.
Okay.
So I'm not saving. Essentially, I'm saving like one matrix at a time, or like one by 3 matrix. Okay, so like the image with the classification. So I guess it'd be like a.
Oh wait, I see what you're saying. So you have 2 separate lists, but what you're doing is the indexes for the 2 separate lists. At like a specific index, you get that image and you get its labeled for both lists.
Exactly. Yes.
And you're saying that you want to append it instead of creating it all in once, because otherwise then it's not you can't fit it in your RAM.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Like I think I need to find a way of saving the data that lets me like essentially save as an addition. I don't know if it's possible. That's what I'll have to look into.
Oh, well, I mean, couldn't you do like a recursive thing where you look at the directory, maybe you save to this thing, and then you save the data set, and then I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. You'll have to tell me what you figure out, because that's really interesting actually. Because at least for my that I generated so far, all you do is just all of my stuff is like literally just an array already. So all I have to do is just stack it into an NumPy array using some functions, and then bam.
Yeah. So like I know that like it's possible that I could save. Because what are we gonna have? We're gonna have like 400 images essentially to pass in.
Yeah.
So like I know I could save a 4-dimensional matrix of the image and its classification, and then all of them stacked on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Well, like it's essentially if you view the image as a 1D matrix instead of a 3D matrix, I would have like the image and its label would make like a 2D matrix, and then I'd make a 3D matrix out of all of the images and labels. So then I'd say that giant stack, but like I don't know if that's possible with the hardware that I'm working with.
I think your labels, you could keep them separate as like a separate thing, and as long as the indexes for the 2 separate stacks give you the correct value. So like let's say you have list A and B, but B has the value of like if it's a cat or a dog, and or gerrymandered or not, and then A has the actual image. Well, for A sub I and B sub I, that gives you the relationship between or that tells you if A sub I is gerrymandered. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I wouldn't need to.
It's two separate things already.
No, that's a good call. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. I guess that's still like I run into the issue with saving all the images in one matrix.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then it
'Cause-
like makes it so it's not like weird. So you're like, how do I visualize? This
yeah,
weird?
it definitely makes the visualization a lot easier. I don't know. I'll just have to look into it and see what
As
the
long as you
best
can
way.
tell which image is supposed to be what.
Mhm.
Also, you're probably gonna have to do some research on like how you should label binary classification issues. I think it's just 1 and 0, but I'm not exactly sure. So
Mhm.
you'll have to that. But as long as you have it set up so that you AI and BI, those two things are connected, and it gives you the relationship between, or it tells you if the image is gerrymandered or not.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's
So.
see. So let me know what you get on this. That's actually super interesting. I'm curious.
Sounds good. I'm hoping that I'll find a way that somebody else with a low TOPC, I guess not even low tier, just not like on a university budget, has solved it.
There's got to be a way you could save it to your hard drive, like
Yeah, without having everything open at once.
huh?
But I don't know. I'll work on that. Do you want to meet again on Friday?
Yeah.
That should be 2 days. And if
Yeah.
I mean, you said you're done with your research, aren't you?
No, I'm still in it.
Oh hell yeah!
I gave my presentation today.
Hell yeah!
I still got 2 more days.
2 more days. Okay, so I guess like if you can't get to it, then we can push the meeting back. I'll be in Mason City this weekend, so I wanted my PC. But anytime next week we could.
Oh no, I could get to it by Friday. It's like I'm not really like doing a lot this week because like I'm kind of like hamstrung because like if I tried to go like ham on another project, run in 2 days.
Right.
I just gave all my final results. And actually, are you still recording?
Yeah. Do you want me to stop it?
Yeah. Let me show you some shit.
Yeah, I'll stop right now. Thanks for tuning in to MICT's weekly meeting. See you next time.